What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the final step of the how to enter the market, pretty much. If you guys are in this video, it's because you guys watch market direction, support and resistance, and now the final step, the CTL, the counter trend line entry with the stop loss and take profits. Now, we're pretty much on the final step where we call this like how, entering the market, actually entering the market and how to find TPs and stop losses and everything. So I'm gonna just go straight into it. We did take a good little snipe from gold from when it last dipped. I think this was market news. I think this was the news when Trump was in Sweden, and we had took a crazy snipe on Euro. You guys remember when we had Euro right here and we took a little snipe right here, and we got a re-entry right here on these little candles right here. As you can see right here, you see the candles right here, you know, a roof. This used to be a roof that turned into a floor. There you guys see it. And obviously, I'm gonna show you guys how to enter the market. Now that I'm going more in depth. So I'm gonna just delete this so I can show you guys how to enter the market. So now that we're in the final step, I'm gonna just go over it like if we were just in like in basics pretty much. You guys remember that we gotta find our daily high and daily low. So remember that the daily low used to be down here, or I think it was down here, right? And now the daily low is right here. Daily low. And Brian, where's the daily high? They just broke the daily high right here. No worries. We're gonna just go back in time where price is at, right? So we broke through these daily highs and now we're looking to push. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of money right here for these highs right here. That's a lot of money. You guys don't say that's a lot of money. And let's see. Yeah, so 1.25%. That can be like 100% of your account. So boom, we got the daily high and daily low, right? Now we see what type of trend it is, right? So boom, we see a higher high, higher low, right? Boom, we see both of these. And then you guys see another higher high, higher low. Why is this stuck? All right. Now we got a higher high, higher low. This is an uptrend. So what are we looking to do? We're looking for buys, right? Don't we just need to mark up the most recent trends on the 4 hours, remember? Now we're gonna go back in a little bit of time, back in time, back in time. Let's say we caught the market when it was right here, right? Um, let's say we caught the market when it was right here. So obviously we're gonna go in a lower time frame. Probably like I would say hmm, all right, so we have some peaks right here, meaning there's a good zone right above here, like right around here, right? I'll just say right here, just because it broke down and boom, 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 right? So we go into the lower time frame and we would use a candle that fits the description. And I like all the candles that I like are right here. I'm gonna just use this candle because it was consolidating perfectly in this candle and it absolutely just did its thing. So, Brian, how do I enter the market now? So, pretty much what I used to do, I used to go to the 5 minute and then go for a 5 minute candle close, but ever since I did that, like I don't me and my friend, we went we rather go on a bigger time frame closure because 5 minute is too much of a manipulation, it's too much noise, right? So where we go to, we pretty much wait for the consolidation, and then we wait for it to hit our zone and just come up. So pretty much how I entered this market, I went from red wick to red wick right here. Boom. That's called a counter trend line because we're going the trend is going the opposite of the market, right? So boom, it broke counter trend line. How did it break? Because we had a candle above that closed above the line. Oh, but I want to enter in this candle. No, that's not a break of the counter trend line. A break of a counter trend line is a candle that closes above this. So pretty much this candle closure would have been your entry. Mind you, you'll go from here. Let's say you got it right here. Doesn't matter. You'll put it under the zone right here, a little bit under the zone, like a little bit right here. And then you'll go for the, like I said, daily high. Go from here, boom, drag it out. And that's pretty much how you enter the market. I'm gonna show you guys on how I caught SUD CAD. But the reason why I say 15 minutes and not the 5 minutes, because you guys see all this, this is all the noise. Like, there's too much shit going on right here. Like, I don't want to be like thinking about if I should take out my trade or if it's gonna reverse. So I look for a higher time frame, right? So, boom, enter. That'll be an entry right there with stop loss. And usually, how I find some of the take profits, that's if you want to do this. You don't have to, but I use the Fibonacci sometimes to just go down, and I just this would be like you guys see this, right? Boom. This would be my first take profit, right? Boom, this would be my first take profit. Why would this be your first take profit, Brian? Because what Fibonacci does, it gives you a pretty much a percentage of where price can go. And you guys see how it touched this line and it went down, but broke through it again. And now look where it's at. It's at the second take profit. Meaning, you see how I slowed down when it came up there? Meaning it's gonna probably slow down, and then push up to the third take profit. But that's for more of like an advanced people. I wouldn't tell you to do that, you know? But that's how you find take profits if you wanna like take an accurate take profit, right? But I rather you just hold the trade because if the market's just gonna keep going up, might as well just hold the trade because you're gonna build yourself FOMO, making yourself over trade and stuff like that. And guys, remember, if you guys are using Euro USD, all these pairs that go against the dollar, you always want to mark up the dollar as well, right? But I've already marked up the dollar enough times, so right now I'm not just gonna do it, but you guys would obviously be doing the same thing that I'm doing. Get the daily high, market direction, right after market direction, get the zones, the support and resistance zones, and then yeah, I'm gonna show you guys another example because this is a buy, right? I'm gonna show you an example of what a sell looks like when you're trying to enter that market. But you guys see right here, this is actually the trade that I was talking about yesterday. So crazy enough where it actually hits the daily low. And you guys see that I'm not lying because you guys saw it for yourself, right? So pretty much we already mark up the daily high right here, daily high right here, and daily low, right? And then so we go to 4 hours, see where the market's at. It made the last one, two, okay. So you go right here, lower high, lower low. Oops, lower high, lower low. And obviously we gotta wait until this candle closes, but this would pretty much be a lower low because this lower high needs to make a, since it's a lower high, it needs to make a lower low. So right now, it already printed this lower low. Now I gotta print the lower high. So I gotta retrace back up and probably is gonna break through the next daily low and probably go under probably here or down here. And this is a lot of money. This is a lot of money, right? So that's pretty much and then we go for our zones. We obviously want to find the zones, the floors that turns into roofs. Obviously, this market pretty much rejected off of this floor right here. Boom, you guys see that? And then you go to the lower time frame, 15 minutes, right? And then you go from, since it's a downtrend, you want to counter you want the trend line to go from Greenwick to Greenwick right here. Greenwick to Greenwick. And you guys saw that the candle closed right here. And you guys saw how I entered that market literally on that candle. Because guess what? The market closed. You see the counter trend line, right? It closed under already. So I placed my entry and I went for the daily low. And you just hold the trade. If you guys wanted your first take profit, obviously your first take profit would have been right here. Second take profit, daily low. Boom. Just like that. That's literally how you enter the market. There's nothing much to say. I'm not gonna tell you, oh, wait until it makes an M, this and that. That's bullshit. People telling you, yo, wait until it makes an M. It gives you the psychology to look at the market for M's. I'm not telling you, oh, wait until it looks like an M. I know it does look like an M in this shit, but it's not. We're not looking for M's in the market. We're looking for counter trend line breaks, pretty much. So like this, you see how it's like a little sideways W, but if I told you, yo, look for W's, then you're gonna be like, this doesn't look like a W. But if I tell you, yo, look for a counter trend line break. You're gonna enter the market right when it breaks and put your stop loss, boom, and then you're just gonna let it ride. Like I said, sometimes it's just the way people tell you things that you just gotta know. You learn better from when people tell you, right? So I'm explaining to you like a dummy version of it, and I pretty much went through the whole strategy, explained everything, and even my peers were like, "Wow, this strategy is really simple. You just gotta practice it, practice it, practice it. And it's really easy to use. You just gotta use it for Forex. And you can also use it for gold. Like literally. But since gold is at all-time high, I would tell you, yeah. Look, example. Let's say there's obviously you want to look for roofs that turn to floors. A roof right here. Oh, coincidental. It just rejected off of our zone, went up, right? Boom. We get a counter trend line. Our counter trend line is gonna look like. We're gonna go in a lower time frame because there's a lot of noise. We're not gonna get a good counter trend line because we're not gonna want to get a counter trend line like this. I mean, even though we could enter the market right here, right where it closed. So right here, we could enter the market right here, put it right here, put it under. But this is too. Your stop loss is way too big. So I would rather go to you want to make sure your reward is bigger than your risk. You get me? So boom, we go right here, lower time frames, just so we can get a better counter trend line right here. Boom. So we would have entered the market instead of up here, we would have entered right here because it broke. This candle broke right here, and we would have put it right under this low, this last low right here. And we push it up, And then Brian, how can I find this take profit like this and we're at all-time highs? This is where as a trader you got to start learning this, right? Like I said, Fibonacci. You grab the Fibonacci tool, you grab it from the high that it was last created and the low it was last created. So this would be your first take profit right here. Obviously, like I said, if it's uptrending, you would just rather hold the trade. Second take profit. Third take profit. And remember, when you guys are in the market, you always want to put your take profits. First take profit, second take profit, third take profit, and fourth take profit. Literally just like that. Literally just like that. And then you guys would just put it from up here, from here, the second take. I always go for a second take profit because I don't, you never want to be too greedy. So, yeah, that's pretty much how to enter the market. I just showed you guys like three different pairs of me using the same strategy, probably in lower time frames, but gold is at all-time highs. So right now we don't have a daily range, right? Because we're just going absolutely vertical right now because of every all the news that's going on. So if you guys like this video, like, comment, and I'm gonna put my Discord in the description if you guys wanna just talk to me, get a little brief understanding of how this strategy works. Mind you, I used to pay for this type of knowledge. And when I tell you, if you're really profitable how you say you are, why do you gotta sell a course? Right? I understand if you sell your plays because that's your market entries. You definitely you're making money, you're making people money, but if you're making money like how you say you are, why are you selling a course? Right? And I don't believe in selling courses. That's like the lowest of the low. I'm in Miami. People just fake everything. You get me? So if you guys like this video and just like how I explained everything, tomorrow I'm gonna be posting why you should be investing now. That crypto, mind you, mind you, we're in good buys on Bitcoin right now. We're in amazing buys right now. These zones are amazing for crypto to buy. These little zones right here. 88, 85, any of this price, all this price. You guys see how it's going up and down? All these, and I'm gonna explain why and everything. So tomorrow. So I hope you guys like this video. If you guys really do appreciate what I'm doing for y'all, just follow my Instagram, follow my Discord. Just show love, show support, and I'll make sure you are heard. Thank you, YouTube.